Hello folks, I'm down at Makerspace in Swindon, in BSS House, Cheney Manor. I got Retro Marky with me.
Hello again.
And
Matt Melody.
Matt.
Melody.
Hello Matt.
Hello.
Matt down at Makerspace as well, he's a regular. So what are we doing today? Going to try and print some mugs, some Reboot mugs. Marky knows how to do it, hopefully.
Here's two we did last night.
Yeah, oh, they look
Look
good.
at the quality of them. Hopefully we can do that tonight.
So I've got some Project Reboot logos on a USB stick. I'm hoping I've got the right resolutions, and we're going to try and print some mugs. I've brought some mugs along with me, some special sublimation mugs that I bought online. 36 of them. Not going to do 36 here, but here we are. 11-ounce mug in old imperial sizes. So I got a few of those. Now at Scrapstore had some tape come in. I had no idea what it was, this tape, until I started to research about mug printing, and it turns out that this is special high temperature sublimation tape in a box in Scrapstore. So we might use some of that. Also, I've got some special mug printing paper, A4, to print me designs on it. Plenty of that, just in case it all goes wrong. So that is the raw materials. Do you want to take me through the the hardware, Mark?
For the printing?
Yeah, see what we got.
Okay.
Yep, right.
So basically all you need to do this is some kind of computer, which is pretty obvious. Here's just an old laptop, nothing special at all.
Now that's running XP,
That's
is it?
running XP by the looks of it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And here we have the actual mug printer itself.
Ooh.
Which we will not switch on just yet. I'll explain why in a moment.
Yeah.
So basically the theory is use the computer. We've got two printers, sorry, as well.
Yeah.
One for t-shirts, one for mugs. We're doing obviously mugs.
Mug printer.
Because you use slightly different paper depending on if it's for a t-shirt or a mug.
Yeah.
So they're both sublimation paper, but I think it's a different thickness. So basically what we do is you create the actual mug or t-shirt designs on here. So we'll do a piece of A4 and we'll do 3 strips, which would be 3 mugs on one piece of sublimation paper. And then once we've got that, it's just really a case of sticking it to a mug. So it kind of wraps around, it'll wrap around the mug. We'll see that in a minute.
Yeah.
And the mug goes into here, it gets clamped in, and when the temperature's right, we put the mug in, and it takes around 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. There's a few little things to pay attention to, but it's pretty simple at the end of the day.
Okay.
Just needs a little bit of practicing.
So I'll get my designs out, Mark,
Yeah.
and we'll look at those, shall we?
Yeah,
All right.
perfect.
Right, we've made a bit of progress in Photoshop by getting my 3 designs. I can just get a zoom in there, Mark. So the top one is the main Project Reboot mug. I got a mug for Bernie and a mug for me. Mine's back to front because I'm left-handed, and we'll be printing in reverse. So do you need to reverse all this now, Mark?
No,
'Cause you have to print in reverse,
yes,
don't you?
it automatically does it. The printer
okay.
automatically is set to reverse, yeah.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about that. When we do print, it will be set already for
Okay.
reverse, yeah.
All right. So I'll get my sublimation paper.
And I need to turn the printer on. That might help, mightn't it?
Right. Sorry about the drilling downstairs. They've got a big workshop downstairs. Right. Where are we then, Mark?
So this is the sublimation paper that we'll be printing on. The 3 mugs will be like this. Now the paper's slightly different on the 2 sides. This is slightly shinier. You can feel almost a
sheen?
Yeah, that's a good word
Sheen,
for it.
yes.
So we're going to print the 3 onto here, which will take probably about 5 minutes because we're doing high colour colour printing. So that's the key really. Obviously the image wants to be as high quality as possible. Can I get that? Get that in there. Is that actually powered on? Too short to see. It looks like it is.
Yeah.
So printer is ready.
So this is an Epson,
And
it's an Epson Stylus SX218.
which I believe is nothing too expensive or special, just an ordinary colour home printer.
It's just got some special inks in it, Mark, isn't it?
It does have special inks, that's a good point.
We'll show you those. Here is the special sublimation ink. Bit of spillage going on there, but that we refill standard cartridges, or I don't know if they're standard cartridges, but you refill them with a syringe, and the just does a print with those instead. We have a result from the printer. It's in reverse. I need to let it dry, Mark, now, don't we? So that's a reverse print.
Yeah, best thing is just to literally take it out of the printer and leave it. Have a cup of tea for 5 minutes or whatever you like to do, and then afterwards we'll cut it.
Yeah. So what else is going on here, Mark? What's Matt up to? Do you want to talk us through this, Matt? There's a bit of interest. Only if you want to.
No.
What's going on?
A bit of 3D printing.
Two, by the looks of it. Two at the same time. Stereo.
He's doing something.
You know the video game Portal?
Oh,
Doing something.
The big one that, you know, 9
what for the...
Yeah, so that's the front of it. That's the main way at the front.
You're making Boggle.
It's just started.
That's the main way at the front. They print the back. And
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to hang them around the space as decoration.
We'll come back to that later. So what's going on this green thingy?
That's going to be the bit on the inside. So I've printed that bit already. It's one side of the portal. It's going to be the bands coming out of it. And this is just going to be an insert on the inside. Although, it doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. I'm going to have to tell that to stop. Stop.
So ironically, I think this orange one was built by another 3D printer.
Oh, it's a printer built by a printer, is it?
Is that right? Or was it another...
It's
No,
a
Malcolm's over there is the one that's being
Ah, this
built
one
at the
over here was
moment.
built by another 3D printer.
It was built by that printer and this printer.
This is still work in progress, but it's pretty close to being finished, I think.
So this is a meta printer.
Yeah, basically. You can see they're actually quite complicated.
It looks like something we'd have in the workshop as
It does, doesn't it?
Frankenstein job.
Yeah, it does indeed.
So that's what goes on down at Makerspace.
Yeah.
Well, and downstairs we've got laser cutting, which is a huge... You want to see a big printer?
Whilst the ink is drying, Retro Marquee is working on this lovely piece of beige
It's a
example from Jurassic Park.
386.
Ooh, is it an? Oh, it's an SX25.
Yeah, which is the low-powered one, actually, 16-bit one.
I had a 386 SX33.
It has got a turbo
Has it got a turbo button?
Yeah. Oh, clickety. Oh, feel my turbo power. So what I'm thinking is actually finished now. I did a BIOS battery. The BIOS battery had failed and leaked on it, so I had to clean that up, clean the board up. And last night I got a bit impatient, decided to fit my own, like a watch battery,
Yeah.
instead for the BIOS.
Oh yeah.
So now it's up and running. It's just a case of whether or not to retro bright to make it look a bit more.
Well, that sounds like a source of another video, Mark.
It does
Doing
indeed,
retro
yeah.
brighting.
So I reckon we're pretty much ready to start the next stage when you are, Nigel.
Okay. Right, what's the next stage then, Mark?
Right, so we've got our images waiting, and there's a couple of things we need to do before we actually make our mug.
Yeah.
Now this is not the mug we're printing. What we're going to do in a moment, after I've done the cutting of the 3 parts, is to warm up this mug so the machine gets to the right temperature.
And why have we got a mug in there then?
Something to do with extending the lifespan of the coils in there. So obviously this mug is at the right temperature as well. It's going to be the same temperature now as when we put the mug in. Because what's going to happen is that's going to get to a temperature, and then we're going to put our actual mug in. And so...
Is it on?
No, not yet.
Ah.
But before we do that, so
Yeah.
this is not necessarily something you have to do. You can do many ways, I'm sure, but the way I've been taught is we'll get our 6 little strips ready. This is heat resistant. What's the name of this technology? I don't know.
Sublimation tape.
Oh, all right. So
Well, I don't know. Yes, it is sublimation. It's high temperature tape.
Used by NASA, wasn't it?
Yeah, NASA, space industries, stuff like that. If it's the same stuff that I found at Scrapstore, it heats up to 400. You can go to 400 degrees centigrade.
Oh, okay.
And minus
2, 3, 4,
something.
5, 6. So we've got now 6 bits of tape ready for sticking our image onto the mug. And we'll go over to here. Now, probably I'm going to use, I think we found this works the best way, is to get a nice even cut. And afterwards we'll remove that. It doesn't matter about that too much right now. We just want to get this nice and straight. Where do we think? About there, maybe? There we go. I have to hold this quite tight. It's a bit. Just hold that nice and tight. You can do it with scissors, of course. It's just easier if you've got a guillotine.
All right.
Guillotine?
Yes,
It is a
guillotine.
guillotine.
Yes,
Go on,
paper
right.
guillotine.
Right.
So we got our
So
3
here's
bits.
our reversed, yeah. Sorry, Nigel, you were going to say?
That's all right. That's all right, isn't it? That's our 3 strips of reversed printed paper on special paper that then gets transferred using heat onto the mug.
One thing I didn't think of that you mentioned, I never thought about left-handed mugs. So with left-handed, what did you do differently? You basically...
I shall demonstrate, Mark.
Okay, thank you.
Where's your mug?
Where's your mug? Here's a mug.
So you're a right-handed person.
Yeah, so I'd hold
So
my...
when you drink from your mug.
So that would be there, and then that would be there.
So as far as I'm concerned, that would have my reboot side on it.
I
if I was
see.
right-handed, but when I'm left-handed drinking, I want to see it from the other side.
That's a good point, because your mugs are for promotional... You just want people to see, don't you?
Yeah. But for me, because I'm left-handed, I'm having one of my special mugs for myself, you see, which will be a left-handed printed mug.
Okie dokie.
But everybody else, unless I do a special dispatch of left-handed mugs, of course, they'll have right-handed. Right. So here's my mug, and here's my reversed image, and that's going to go on inside out that way, basically.
We want it to be quite tight, but not overly tight, but kind of...
Yeah. So I'll put the camera down because I can't do both things at once here, and we'll just No, it's all right. We're on. So I'll hold that, Mark.
Still at the door, isn't it?
Hang on. Just get that centred up. There we are. Right.
We can always show another mug, actually, can't we? I film another mug, I mean.
Yeah.
So it's pretty... Yeah.
Is that it?
Doesn't have to be overly tight, just tight enough that
All
it's...
right. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So there's our mug, ready to be printed. And that's your tape and your image.
Right. Now what then, Mark?
Now we're going to switch on the machine and warm it up. Obviously you could make this a slightly quicker process than we have, but we wanted to make it clear, didn't we, and
Yes.
easy to follow. So we'll put that on. This has already been set to reach the correct temperature of 210.
Oh yeah.
At the moment it's on 1920, blah blah blah.
Oh, I get it. Right.
This in here is not the mug we're printing on, it's just to get the temperature up, as we previously said.
It's just our sacrifice mug,
Yep.
so to speak. Right. We'll come back when that's ready to go then. Yeah.
Takes a couple of minutes.
All right. Groovy. Here we are on the ground floor at one of the essential workstations for coffee making facilities. I'm not, however, using one of my new printed mugs. I am somewhat reluctant. So can we go inside there, Mark? Give us have a quick tour of what's going on. Just tell me what we got.
So we've got another 3D printer running away here. So Matt's been very clever. He's doing 2 at the same time on 2 different printers.
Print hogging.
Now this and this, not sure what they're called, but they can cut. Well, here's an example.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah.
CNC thingy, is it? I don't know what it is. What is it, YouTubers?
Yeah, I don't actually know what it's called. 3D plotter. So as you can see, it's made a piece of wood with an engraving.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of almost in between a laser cutter and a 3D printer in many ways.
Right.
Whereas this does plastic, that does small bits of wood, and this is like quite a hard foam, I suppose.
Yeah.
But this is the creme de la creme, which did make this as well. This is a laser cutter. It's a beast of a machine, so it can cut anything up to that size. Of course, it won't be. You couldn't use this to do anything 3D like you can on a 3D printer. But for cutting things like, I'm actually in the process of designing some of my own retro marquee cases.
What are these here? Are
These are just weights, because this has a laser. This cuts with laser, obviously. Well, here's a cutter. It's cut, and because of the heat, things can start to warp.
Oh.
So it's to hold down. So often with this, you'll be printing. So my cases, I'll be making out of acrylic like this. And as you start cutting, it heats up and it'll start to warp.
Oh, I see.
So they're just very heavy weights for that. And this is a good example of some acrylic for laser cutting, 3mm. And you use CAD software to design before you do the actual cutting.
Yeah.
But very powerful machine, actually. And
this looks like a box of offcuts of previously cut things.
That was made on the laser cutter. So, okay, I said you can't do 3D. Obviously, you do flat pieces, and then you can make a 3D model, of course. That I think is. So
donations box. If you want to donate to Makerspace, stick some coins in the box.
So,
right, we're up to temperature.
Yeah. Just go up to 210. Just
funny sort of smell, Mark, here, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's a funny. To me, it smells like a dusty smell, but.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm going to take this out. Oh. This is going to be super hot in here, but the handle's fine. So slide that out, put that somewhere nice and safe. And this bit I always find a little bit funny.
That's the one that's got our paper wrap on it.
So we want to get that.
Oh no, you've caught the Teflon.
Yeah, it needs. I think it wears out after a while. It needs.
Go high, go high. No, you just crunched it again.
Maybe at an angle like that.
That's better.
So pop that there.
And the Teflon just prevents the cut from the paper from sticking, doesn't it? To the. That's crunching it well, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it needs to be pretty tight.
So timer? Do we set a timer or what?
Then we press that.
And what's this? 2 minutes? That looks like.
Yes, 2 minutes. On this particular, I mean, different mug presses will be different times, but.
Yeah.
For us.
Oh, good. Exciting, isn't it?
We need the countdown music. Dun, 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 dun. You can edit that in. Last 5 seconds.
I'll do a bit of music on there. My normal bit of music. Anyway, there we are. Countdown.
Another cup of tea probably, and then it should be ready. Although no, we want to make sure, we don't want to move from the area. Probably best to not leave things unattended that are hot like this.
Yeah. See you in 1 minute.
Okay. So.
Oh, nearly there.
This bit's going to be a little bit quick. I'm going to have to be a little bit fast here. So take that off. Grab by the handle only, because it's going to be very, very hot. And with your fingernails. Also, we need to hit the reset so it gets back up to temperature.
You have to take that off straight away, then, do you?
Yes.
Oh! 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 Put it on the deck, Mark. Put it on the deck. Get another one in there. Get the other one in there. Get the other mug in there. There you go. Got one. Right. Hot off the press. Literally. Hot off the press. There is our beautiful Project Reboot mug. The first one. Right, we're down on the ground floor now, into the heavy engineering part of this Makerspace. What's your name?
Adam.
Adam. What are you doing?
So I am making a shelf for my little boy's nursery. So essentially, what I've done here tonight is cut out a mountain range sort of silhouette. What I'm then going to do is attach a shelf to the unit here. A couple of knobs to hang stuff on will go into here, and then it's going to be painted.
Yeah.
Not sure what colour yet, I'll see what the wife wants, and that's the plan. I've also been sanding down some live edge oak to do a
Nice.
bar in the kitchen. So
Excellent.
very productive tonight.
So what else have we got down here?
We've got all sorts of big scary machines. I wouldn't know even what they're called, never mind what they do.
Well, that looks like a lathe.
That's a sandblaster, I know that, 'cause it says sandblaster.
It's quite a dusty atmosphere in here, isn't it? I can. Is it, or is it my glasses that
We've been
have...
It's all
welding.
the sand.
We've been welding, so there's a lot of welding fumes in that zone, and we've been doing lots of sanding in here.
What's that? That was like an old robot from the 1960s science fiction.
No, this is a massive lathe. Well, we call it massive. It's actually small when we call lathe.
Cool, blimey.
So yeah, this is a proper workshop lathe,
Cool.
which is like, well,
Proper
it's
job.
kind of a student lathe, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty big for our standards.
So if anyone wants to come down here and do some lathe work,
You have to be inducted first because it's a very complicated and precious piece of machinery and very, very dangerous. So yeah, but once you're inducted and we're happy that you know what you're doing and you're a member, of course, then you can use all these machines.
brilliant.
And what's the difference between that lathe and this one? Besides, is this just a smaller lathe? Or?
Yeah, that's a small combination. So that's a small lathe and a small mill. It's ideal for smaller jobs, although this is so much better quality.
Is it?
Yeah, everything that this can do, that can do a lot better.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more daunting because it's bigger, it's larger. So for the hobbyist, this might be a little bit more of an entry lathe. And a large mill under this one. So
Oh, sorry.
very
Wow.
large
Oh.
professional mill.
That looks like a giant food blender to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it will mix your food and your body parts as well.
Oh,
So
right, anybody.
it's very dangerous.
Both at the same time.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Better
Very nice.
Better version of this. Bandsaw for cutting big chunks of metal. So this, you can chop lots of big chunks of metal, bar steel, tubes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And this is a sandblaster here. Sandblaster, that's what you said, Mark, wasn't it?
Yes. I did know what that was for, but I'd completely forgotten. Some kind of cleaning, I presume, or studio services? Okay. So this used to be the original Makerspace, just this room. We used to all cram in down here with all this equipment as well.
And then they built the mezzanine upstairs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Built by the members. I wasn't involved in that, but...
Well, I know the before and after. I saw the before. Thank you very much, guys.
Look at this door. Thank you.
It'll be on our YouTube channel and on Facebook. So it's makerspace.org, is it?
Yes,
There we are.
Swindon Makerspace.
SwindonMakerspace.org.
We'll put a link, yeah.
Just Google Swindon Makerspace.
Yeah, we'll put a link below. Project Reboot mug.
It looks good.
Very,
That's not bad for our first
attempts.
attempt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. I printed a special mug for myself. As I said, I'm left-handed, and here's my left-handed mug with the logo on that side. And on there it says, Nigel says, think positive, and positive things will happen. And this is a very positive thing. This is brilliant, Mark. Absolutely fantastic. Really chuffed with this.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Bernie's next. Right, Makerspace is filling up with a few more people. If you want to do any sort of craft work or mucking around with tech and you've got nowhere to do it, where's the place to go, Mark?
Oh, thank you. Makerspace in Swindon.
So, come to Makerspace.
But if you can't come into Makerspace, but you want to watch really good videos about retro computers and computing, you want to go to Retro Marky on YouTube. After, of course, going to Project Reboot.
I'll put a link in the video in the description below, Mark, to your Retro Marquee video channel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark, for your help this evening. It's been
You're
absolutely fantastic. Right, got Bernie's mug here now. Got his name on it. Can you see that? And it says, Bernie says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is Bernie's special mug.
And by your theory, I can tell Bernie's right-handed.
He is right-handed. So there's the difference. Right-handed, left-handed.
Yeah.
Bernie's going to love that tomorrow. Hey Bernie.
Hello.
I got a present for you. What have I got, Nige?
Yeah, what have you got, Nige?
Got a present for you, Bernie.
Box.
What's in the box, Bernie?
I'll take the money. Oh no, it's a mug. It's a Project Reboot mug.
Yay!
Whoa!
It's your special mug, Bernie.
For the proper people, and for those who aren't so proper because they're horrible-handed, like Nigel.
Got your special message on it.
Bernie says, yes, definitely. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Thank you very much, Makerspace, for allowing us the facilities today. It's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you viewers have enjoyed that today. So join us next time for some other workshop antics. Thanks for watching. See ya.